What is going on, guys? It's Crazy Pickle with another Skyforge video. So I keep doing the symbols part, and in previous video I was talking about the support classes symbols. So in this video I'm gonna talk about the defense classes. The thing I like that other players already shared some information with me about some of the symbols on Alchemist, like Alchemist, Lightbinder, and Soundweaver as well. So they gave me like things that I actually didn't know, and thank you guys for that, of course, since I don't have some of the symbols for the support classes, and I actually didn't know how it actually works, if it's broken or not, and things like that. So again, thank you for that, guys, giving me some information on those symbols. And yeah, let's just jump into the defense symbols for the defense classes and see and read the description and all that. So we're just gonna start with the Groove Walker since I'm on already, and I already have two. The first one, actually, the Tessason I got, it was like the very first one when it only introducing you to the new symbols, you completing the quest for the Hugo. And since I didn't know that you can actually choose the challenge you want to do it, so I went on a challenge which is the gold one, that kind of was located on the map. I'm not 100% positive if I saw other locations, but because it was the very first time, at that point probably it was kind of maybe bugged for me or something, that I only saw this challenge, which is the gold one. So I completed and I got that symbol. It was my very first symbol. Anyway, let's start with the red one, Wild Forest. Being close to flowers increases the Groove Walker's defense by 15% and reduces the cooldown of their class abilities. So, and again, it's hard to tell how it actually works. I'm pretty sure whoever has that and already played with that symbol can maybe give some information, and if you do guys already have that symbol and you test it out, just leave in the comments down below what you think about that symbol. So the next one is a Tessa's Song. When a Groove Walker accumulates the maximum amount of energy, they can activate Tessa's Song between the Tessa's Call and Tessa's Wrath attacks. Tessa's Song consumes all the accumulated energy, extends the lifespan of flowers by 8 seconds, and makes them stronger. Boosted Flowers deals an extra damage with every attack and restore 2% of the Groove Walker's maximum health. Well, the first thing I don't like that it actually consumes 100 energy. Like, why would you use 100 energy to boost your Diosinias flowers, whatever you want to call that, instead of just going to your fighter form, and you will have way better healing, way better damage to the enemies or players, and you will have way more health. So let's go to the next symbol, is Forest Warden. Rapid growth restores energy 2 times faster and has 30% chance to be activated after every reverse living armor used when fighting monsters. Shield of Thorns and Touch of Life no longer consumes energy. Everybody, I would say everybody using this right now. Most of the people who has the Forest Warden, everybody's using that. So let's just go to the abilities real quick. And this is the talent. This is the talent, right? Yes, this is the talent. So the first attack on the monster is in a fight grants the rapid growth effect to the Groove Walker, which provides passive energy regeneration until they use their fighter form. So pretty much what it does, it boosts your talent, but again, every time you getting out of your fighter form, there is a chance, which is 30% chance, to get the rapid growth again. Or even sometimes what I noticed, that sometimes even during that, somehow when I got out of the fighter form, I already have 100 energy, so I can go to the fighter form again and use it again. So it's really hard to tell, especially when you're fighting a bunch of monsters. I didn't pay attention much, but I did notice that few times, well, more than few times, while I was farming ether, when my fighter form is ended, I already had 100 energy, and I didn't do anything much. I was just attacking enemies in my fighter form, but then went fighter form again and used it second times without even using any abilities to gain energy back. So I think most of the people using the Forest Warden right now, because that would, I think this is the best symbol for the Groove Walker, because you can use your fighter form way often than without that symbol. So definitely, if you don't have any symbols for the Groove Walker, I would definitely go for the Forest Warden first. So let's move on to the Knight and see what symbols Knight has it. So the first one is the Hidden Anger. Tantrum is recharged 50% faster if the Knight is surrounded by 3 and more enemies. So I think it would work really good for the PvP as well. So you can pop your Tantrum faster or more often, I would say, which is the Tantrum. It's your buff and it generates 100 points of willpower, which is your energy, and you can use the abilities you need again. So 50%, but if it's surrounded by 3 or more enemies. So in small battles, yes, if you kind of keep the aggro from all the 3 people and they're trying to kill you first, then yes, you will also get that recharge 50% faster. Or the massive battles, like battles when have more people, when a bunch of people trying to like attack you and kill you, and you know, it doesn't say the range on that symbol. So if you do have that symbol and you test it out, how far the enemies should be in order to get that recharge, so let me know in the comments down below as well. So the next one is Mighty Onslaught. A long run-up during battle in RAM increases damage from the impact and extends the duration of stun by 0.3-1.5 if companion's attack has been activated. So it already has so yeah, it stuns enemies for 2 seconds, so the minimum from just an ability it's 2 seconds, and it could be extended by either 0.3 or 1.5. So if you get that companion attack activated, instead of 2 seconds it's gonna be 3.5 seconds stun. So pretty good as well, I think. So it may work pretty good in PvP, maybe one-on-one and things like that, but I don't think it's that much of a difference. I think you still have enough time even for 2 seconds. Yes, damage is a little bit increased as well, even for if you go full DPS for PvP. I think it's still not gonna make a big difference. So I don't think it's kind of worth it to get that symbol as fast as you can. So, or just maybe first or second in order. I mean, first or second in order. So it's like, again, I don't know, I don't have the symbol, I didn't test it, but by the description I don't think it's really worth it to get the symbol at this point right now. Let's move on to the last one, which is the Emerald and the Divine Punisher. Using Falcon attack will make the next use of the ability free and increase its damage by 200%. Attack with a charged spear after a boosted Falcon attack will reduce the cooldown of a Whiplash by 10 seconds. This one is really good for the Knight. First reason, because you using your Falcon every time. You using as much as you have energy, using so often, because that's how, like, that's the most of the damage I think comes kind of from the Falcon anyway. If you just read the description on the ability, you will understand why. Plus it makes next use of the ability free, so you will have a free Falcon, and that would be increased by 200% damage. So let's say if you go for the PvP and you play a Knight, that would be your best choice. I may like think between Hidden Anger and the Divine Punisher, but I think the Divine Punisher is way better even than Hidden Anger, because you use as a Knight your Falcon all the time. So again, just leave the comments down below what you think about the symbols for the Knight. Let me know if you already tested out something, tried it, and let me know which one you think is best. But in my opinion, the best one is the Divine Punisher, then it's gonna go Hidden Anger, and Mighty Onslaught is kind of like, yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, let's move on to the last defense class, which is the Paladin. And the first one is Heart of a Battle. Every immortal within 20 yards of the Paladin grants them 5 charges. So if you're in a team, you have 10 people in a group, for example, every will grant you 5 charges. That's what I understood by the description. Elite enemies gives you 10 charges, and the rest provides 2 charges. Depending on the number of accumulated charges, the Paladin gains the following bonuses. Heart of a Battle, 10 charges. Incoming damage is reduced by 15%. Okay, this is pretty good. So if you're tanking a lot of enemies, you have that more, let's say 10 or more charges, you will get that reduced by 15%. That's pretty good. Battle Fury, 20 charges, extra 20% of damage from class abilities on the Holy Ground. That more of a, if you kind of a more of a DPS setup, I think that would help you out because your damage will be increased. And the last one is the Battle Incarnate, 30 charges, reduces the cooldown of the Radiant Aspect, and Radiant Aspect, I believe it's the ultimate ability. So I think it's a pretty good symbol for the Paladin. Yeah, the Battle Fury, which is increase your damage, is kind of goes towards the DPS setup. But let's say even if you're gonna be a DPS setup and you will decrease damage by 15%, then boost your damage by 20%, and plus you're gonna reduce your cooldown of the Radiant Aspect, it's gonna help you out a lot, I think, especially in PvP as well. So it might boost the Paladin's kind of attacks and survivability even with the DPS setup. So I think it's a pretty good symbol. It definitely works both ways for the defense setup and DPS setup as well. So the next symbol is Unflinching Guard. On the Holy Ground, damage that hits the Paladin's Ages of Light is converted to their health. Punishment performed on the Holy Ground extends its duration by 10 seconds. So let's say you have Reaper's weapon like I'm wearing right here right now, which gives you that bonus when you're using the Holy Ground ability, that you can get your health back just by using left clicks, the combo left clicks. So I think like what, 3 or 4 left clicks. So the another thing that it converts, so it converts your damage to the health when you using your Ages of Light, which is your shield, for 4 seconds. No, is it? Yeah, the bear absorbs damage and gives you immunity to, yes, for 4 seconds. So that part would definitely work when you, let's say, don't have any shields to use for your to protect yourself, and then you use your Ages of Light and you receive a lot of damage from maybe multiple targets, enemies, players. Then yes, you will definitely gonna get the health back pretty, I would say, pretty fast. And of course the punishment performed when your Holy Ground is still active, it will extend the Holy Ground duration by 10 seconds. So pretty much when you activate your Holy Ground, and with the punishment you can you will increase the Holy Ground by 10 seconds, so you can do with the Reaper weapon that combo attack to get your health back for 10 seconds more. So I think it's also pretty good ability. It's also might work, well, it definitely gonna work for the PvP, so pretty much you can survive longer. And yeah, I think it might work as well for the PvE part as well. If you have a bunch of monsters attacking you and you losing a lot of health, and you use your Ages of Light and things like that, so and then pop your Holy Ground and use the Reaper's weapon, so your survivability kind of goes up really good. So, but again, I don't have it. When I will, I'll do more testing on that and see how broken it is, if it's not, or if it works properly, things like that. And even if it really works the way it's just the way the description says about it. But yeah, so I think it's good symbol. It's gonna work, depends on the situations as well and things like that. So let's move on to the next one, which is the last, an emerald symbol. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pronounce that right, but I would say it's anathema, I think. So punishing bolt deals an extra damage if the target has no allies in 8-yard radius. A target affected by punishing bolt deals 30% less damage to the paladin for 4 seconds. So the punishing bolt, it's your combo left, right, and that's pretty much what it does. Just kind of boost that punishing bolt by damage if there is no any other. So if you fight in single target, definitely gonna help against single target. Let's say you tanking a boss, that might also kind of gives you some boost, like, which is only the 30% less damage from the boss for 4 seconds. Doesn't say if there's any cooldowns, so if you keep using your punishing bolt, as long as you have energy, you will keep extending that that symbol, and you will also you will have 30% less damage, the reduction against the boss. So that's kind of works as well, but honestly it's really hard for me to choose which one would be the better. I think every symbol for the paladin kind of works in a different way, and it also depends on the situation. But again, I don't have any of them. When I will have it, I will definitely test each symbol in different situations, so and see which one would be the worth it getting first, second, and third, of course. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all for this video, guys. Like I said, this is a part 2 for the symbols. There will be 2 more parts for the DPS classes, because kind of the DPS category is, there's a lot of classes to cover, so I will try to do my best to go for the 2 parts and kind of go through the symbols as fast as I can, and kind of give my opinion from what I think by reading the description. So if I do have any of the symbols, I will definitely say a little bit more about specific symbol that I have, what I like, what I don't like, etc. But yeah, guys, this is it for this video. So leave all your comments down below what you think, if you have any of these symbols from the defense category, and let me know what you think. Good sides, bad sides, what could be improved, maybe changed, and things like that. So all the feedbacks you can give, just leave all in the comment section. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Activate notification button if you don't want to miss new videos I post. Also, you can smash that like button if you like this video. And until the next time, yes, actually, you can also follow me on Twitter and join my Discord server. All the links in the description. Until the next time, take care.